Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Haley. Today I'm really excited because we're going to be talking all about my planner for this school year. If you don't know, I'm a teacher, also I'm a content creator, so I have a lot of things I have to keep track of. And I searched high and low for the perfect planner this year and I think I found it. So I'm excited to share all about it with you guys. It's the TUL Planner. You can find them at Office Max and I'm excited to let you guys know how I put it together and what I'm using it for. Please ignore my nails that desperately need to be painted, but this is it, you guys. This is my TUL, if you can see the name here. This is my TUL disc bound planner. Now, if you're unsure of what disc bound means, basically these discs are actually removable. These are not the ones that this came with. I had to get bigger ones because I wanted more in my planner. So right away, I'll say this planner is pricey, but it's kind of like you buy all the things you want up front and then it ends up being less expensive later down the road. So this paper is actually removable, which is pretty cool. Like you literally could just pull it out or put it back in. The other cool thing is that if you have different type of paper you like, specific type of paper, they actually have hole punches for these that will create the disc so you can actually just pop in your own paper, which is really cool. Originally, ignore all these tabs. So originally, I had a really hard time finding a planner that checked off all of my boxes. As I said earlier, I am a teacher. I'm also a content creator, but not just for my YouTube and my Instagram, also for the Instagram and Facebook of an event that my husband puts on here on the Big Island. So I create content for them as well. So for me, because I have a lot of meetings, it's important to me that there had to be these times because I don't know, I just like having the times. It kind of irritates me, to be honest with you, when I have to write in the times, just because sometimes this is totally full just with different meetings, different events throughout the day. Like maybe there's an assembly or maybe there's a school dance or I have conferences or something like that. So it's good to have it. I also wanted a planner that had some top priorities or a to-do list, just because I also like to use my planner to write to-do lists because I'm making to-do lists almost every single day. And you can find some planners with these different elements that are not this TUL disc bound planner, but I had some other types of requirements for mine. And one of the main ones being I wanted a note section for every page. So finding a daily planner that also has a whole page of notes was very challenging to find. I think I might have found one other one that wasn't this one, but I did research and I finally stumbled upon this one and I was like, oh my gosh, I think that this is actually perfect. So reason why I want notes. Again, I'm a teacher, but I'm also a content creator. So here you can see that this is the planning for my July favorites video that is going to be going up this day. So I've already filmed it and edited it, but I need to create the thumbnail, links, and upload to YouTube and schedule it to go up on this day. I'm kind of planning ahead. But the other reason that I want notes is because, again, for teaching, I can, if we're reading a novel, I can write down like, oh, we left off, like period 1 left off on page 35 or whatever it is, or really any other kind of notes I might need to take throughout the day. Because what I found happening was it was almost hard for me to keep a planner in the last couple of years because the planners that I got were like only weekly planners, so then there wasn't enough room for things. Or I actually had a specific teacher planner last year that honestly I barely used because our bell schedule didn't match up with the schedule of the teacher planner, which happens a lot. I feel like teacher planners are really great if you are an elementary teacher, but if you're a middle, like secondary teacher, middle or high school, it's really hard because every school has a different bell schedule and usually those blocks that they have do not work for it. So that was one reason. And then I ended up just not using it. Also, so much of teacher planning stuff is online and it's required that you fill it out online. So I like to have my own for reference, but a lot of the extensive things I do are actually on Infinite Campus, which is like what a lot of schools use for like grading and attendance and stuff like that. To bring you through a day. So when I'm filming this, This is actually for next week. I kind of wish that the timing on this went earlier than 5:30 in the morning. It mostly works, but sometimes I play around with my upload schedule. So the first thing that I have on here is that my Transformation Tuesday, which is a short, goes live. I usually post one of these every single Tuesday. So this is cool. You're kind of getting a behind the scenes of my filming. I post a short every single day. If you haven't noticed, I do. I don't think I've missed one at all since probably November is when I started doing them every single day. So I've been doing it for quite a while now. That's going live at that time. Also, this is August 1st. This is my first teacher work day, and I made sure to write that there are no meetings. So I'm in my classroom all day and can do whatever I need to do in my classroom. I've already started setting up so I can finish that, and we'll get into that with my to-do list later. And then at 3 p.m., my July favorites video, the same one we talked about earlier, is going live. So my long videos always go live at 3 p.m. I make sure it's after school so that if there's any issues, I can make sure that I address them. I should already have this scheduled as long as I follow my notes here. And then I also have these top priorities. So the first thing I do when I wake up is I make sure that my short went live. And then if it didn't, that has happened a couple times just because I didn't click schedule or whatever it is, I make sure I address that. And then this is the day that my husband and I are planning to bring my standing desk and my little fridge to my classroom. So I made sure that I wrote that down. And then I need to make sure that there's a short filmed for tomorrow. Normally I pre-film, but I'm so busy right now that sometimes it is just day to day. So I need to make sure that there's a video that will go up for Wednesday. And then here's my to-do list for my classroom: set up tables, number them, create seating charts, unbox curriculum, and check pacing guide. So this is a typical day. So I wanted to show you a Tuesday because I actually have like a long video going live and stuff this day. And then I already had like little notes as well. So I also wanted to show you the next day. This next day, August 2nd, which is a Wednesday, is my busiest day already. Wednesdays are always really busy for me because I have work, I have content that goes up, I'm creating content, and also I go and help at my husband's event, which is every Wednesday. And also this Wednesday happens to be my husband's birthday. So the first thing you'll see is I'm starting a new series where I swatch every lipstick in my collection, like 1 week at a time. I'm really excited about it. That'll start next week, Wednesday. So that will go live at 5:30 in the morning. And then I have a full staff meeting until 3 p.m. Well, it'll probably be a bunch of meetings, but I made sure to write until 3 p.m. And then at 2:30, one of my best friends, Leilani, is going to be picking up a surprise cake for my husband that we're going to bring to him at the event. Kind of get everyone involved. There's normally about like 100 to 150 people at the event. And then the event starts at 5:30. And I made sure to write, like, also we're surprising TJ. He's not home right now. So that's kind of why I'm filming this video. This won't go live until after. And then I have priorities. I need to make sure his gifts are wrapped. I want to double check with Leilani about the cake that she's going to pick it up. If not, I'll have to go pick it up a little bit later, which is fine. And then check that my short went live. So that would be this one, the lipstick one. And then to-do list, film content for the Paniolo barbecue dinner and see if I can edit a video before the ranch. If you don't know, I'm now working at a new school that's like less than 5 minutes from where I live. So my goal is on Wednesdays between the end of meetings and the start of the ranch. I don't have to get there as early as everyone else because I'm mostly creating content and I help break down. So I basically need to leave around 5. So I have between like 3 and 5. That's a great amount of time to actually edit long videos. So I put that on there too. Now you might be wondering about the color system here. So another cool thing is they make these little like pencil pouches specifically with the disc bound so that it can be attached to this. This is great for me because I can never find pens. It's so funny. I'm always known as the one like in my little pencil pouch at work. I always have like 5 lipsticks in there and no pen. I can't tell you how many meetings I've been in where I'm literally like pulling out tons of lipstick and I don't have one pen. So I'm excited to have this. There's no lipsticks in here, but I do keep different colored pens and a black pen, and then a pencil. So we'll get to the pencil in a minute. I can't say I'll always have time to follow the color scheme, but I like to have one so that if I glance at something, I have different types of events coordinated with different colors. So anything having to do with my content for my YouTube and Instagram, the beauty ones, is in this kind of like pinky peachy color. So I used to write it in that color, but I just, sometimes it's hard to see. So I like just writing it all in black, and then I kind of just like squiggle underneath. This dark blue one is for anything involving work. This light blue one is anything involving personal. This green one is anything involving my husband's event, which is the Ponilo Barbecue Sunset Dinner. I can actually link their website below. If you're coming to the Big Island, it's a super fun event. It's a gorgeous venue. We had our wedding reception there, so I'll do that. And then here is the pen. I got it from just Target, but I really like this pen. It's a ballpoint pen. And then I keep a pencil. Now I want to get into what I use the pencil for. Originally, when I bought this planner, I had to buy the actual like outside shell of the planner separately, and the pages I had to buy separately. Now, because I started this in July, I bought the daily planner pages that are undated because they don't have any that start in July. They start in January. So I bought these undated pages, and it actually has worked really well for me this summer because it's summertime and I didn't have as many meetings and work days and stuff like that. I actually didn't fill every single page, and because they're undated, it was cool to take them from like July, where I didn't use every page, and put it into a different month where maybe I will, because you only have, I think technically these undated ones go for maybe like 3 or 4 months. So it works for me because this will bring me, should be like December. So it should be right around the time that I would buy new planner pages anyway, just because I didn't use them a whole lot in the summer. So if you are someone that you know, oh, I only work 3 days a week and that's the only days I use my planner, I would go with these undated ones because they'll actually last you a pretty long time, because you're only going to be using like 3 of them a week or however many you use them for. Now, I do think that once it's January, I am going to buy the one that's actually dated because I will use it enough. And they are less expensive than having to keep buying the packs of the undated ones, unless, like I said, you're only using like a few a week and you know it'll last you. That's my plan. They're almost exactly the same. I think the difference, if I remember correctly, is that obviously they're dated, but I think that the schedule is on this side and the to-do list is on the right side or something for the ones that are pre-dated. And they also have the notes section, because that is just like a requirement for me at this point, is the notes section. Then what I felt like I was missing was monthly. So it doesn't come with monthly because this is a lot for daily. You have your daily planner page, but you also have a notes page that goes with it. I ended up buying monthly pages to go in here as well, which is, it's pretty cool that you can do that. So the tabs came with the monthly pages, if that makes sense. And if you're wondering what I mean by monthly, is like, this is August, right? So it's pretty cool. They have an overview, goals, to-do list for like the month if you have certain bills or something that you have to pay. But this is the monthly section that I'm really concerned about. The reason why I like having this, honestly, is because it's nice to see my filming schedule. So you can see for this month, I already have like July favorites, I have a TJ Maxx haul coming, this planner video, I have a miscellaneous declutter, like a work makeup bag video, vanity tour, shop my stash. It helps if I can see all of it together. And then if I have other ideas, I can put it on the side. So these are all ideas that I have that I kind of scheduled. Now this is where the pencil comes in, because I tend to change this a lot. You could probably tell I have like eraser marks all over it. So sometimes like a new product will come out and I'll say, oh, I was gonna do this video here, but this can actually get pushed because it's just a TJ Maxx haul. So I can put the newer video closer because it might end up doing better. The other thing I like to put here is if I work out, which I have worked out this month, I promise. Oh, because this is August and it hasn't happened yet. Let me show you July. So I wasn't very good about recording it, but I also like to see the workouts that I did that week. That's why I kind of like having the monthly view. I can see the videos I want to plan. Also, it could be anything. It could be people's birthdays. It could be like school events for me that are big that I want to just see whole. But also I can kind of record the workouts that I did just to kind of see progress. Now, if I go back to the planner pages, obviously I can do that here too. The cool thing about this notes section down here is that I can also write the workout here. I can also record how much water I drank. And if I'm cooking something, I could record like, oh, we're gonna have like pizza for dinner or something like that. So I like that there's this little note section on the planner page beside the big note section I have here, which is more for like ideas and stuff like that. The other thing you can have is if you're a big note person, you can actually have note pages in the back. This planner that I bought actually came with the note pages first. So I bought this one because I really liked the outer shell, but it already had the note pages in it, and I just took out a bunch of them. But it's kind of cool to have these note pages because this was my Eucerin sunscreen video, which I took a lot of notes for. And I didn't really want to attach it to a specific day because I wasn't sure when it was going up. So I actually just recorded it in the back here, which is something you could do as well. There's also this little loop for a pen if you wanted. Obviously, this was pricey because I bought the outer shell, I bought the little pouch here, I bought the daily planner pages, but I also bought the monthly pages. There's also yearly ones you can buy too. There's weekly ones. I think in terms of the actual planner, this is probably the most customizable planner I've ever seen in terms of the actual planning. You know what I mean? Not in terms of font or things like that, but for actual planning, they have so many different packs that you can buy. And where that's concerned, I feel like this is super like customizable. That's why I like it so much. I had researched so many planners, you guys. I mean, random ones from Amazon. I've had a plum planner in the past. I was considering Golden Coil, but in the end I was like, this is the one that's going to work the best for me. Some people might like to have a separate content planner and personal planner, work planner, things like that, and a separate notebook. To me, I'm like, I cannot, because I have so much stuff for work. It's easier for me to just have it all in one place. But obviously this was pricey. The cool thing though is that for next year, all I'd really have to buy is the new planner pages and the new monthly pages. I will already have the shell. You can reuse the shell as much as you want. Obviously, pencil pouch can reuse. The discs I can reuse. Any notebook pages from the back that I didn't use, I can transfer over to the next year. So you are paying a lot up front, but I do think in the long run, it may end up saving you money. I'm not sure. It just kind of depends on how you like a planner. Now, some people, for like Golden Coil, for example, if I wanted all of this in a Golden Coil planner, which they don't offer all this, but if I wanted something as similar as I could get, I would basically probably have to have 2 or 3 different planners that would have to be like ordered and shipped to me at different times of the year, which is going to get really pricey. I mean, that's probably like $60 each time in a year. Whereas probably next year on the planner pages and the daily planner pages, for the monthly pages and the daily pages, I will probably pay maybe $70 one time for all these different things that I can have in this planner. For me, that's worth it. For other people, if you know you just like to jot some stuff down, weekly is good for you, go for it. But for me, because have a lot going on. I'm also in 2 weddings this year. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of note taking I'm gonna need to be doing. It's great that I have this. I've even tried digital planners. I like designed my own digital planner, and it's just hard because I like writing stuff down. So I had it in my iPad, but you know, I didn't always have my iPad, and sometimes it died. And you don't always have your planner either, but you know, you can always jot stuff into your phone and then transfer it over. But definitely at work and at home, I should have my planner with me. It's really only if I was like, say at the doctor's office or something, and it was like, oh, you know, do you want an appointment for September 30th or something? I probably wouldn't have my planner with me, right? So I'd probably put it into like Google Calendar and then put it into here. I just wanted to show this to you guys because I do tend to have some lifestyle content, and I wanted to kind of pull back the curtain a little bit and show you guys the planner that I'm using. Again, it's really pricey. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy this, but if you know that you have a lot of hats that you're wearing and you need to do a lot of planning, I really like this one. Is it the cutest planner in the world? No. There are way cuter planners out there. If that's more important to you, then definitely go with one of those. But for functionality, this is definitely the most functional and versatile one that I have found. So it's been working for me so far. Do you guys use a planner? Drop any questions that you have below. I'd be happy to answer them. I'd love to hear what kind of planners you use. Like, what do you use it for? Planners are so fun. I feel like in college, I was really good about using planners. And then once I became a teacher, it's kind of been sporadic because I just haven't found a planner that works for me for all the different things that I do. So I'm excited that I finally have something that works. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, I hope you'll hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload new videos. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye.